We were hearing doors open and close. Not doors, but you know, the ship hatches, hatches, and hearing sounds. Hey, you can't call it a boat, you can call it a ship. Doesn't matter. Yep, they should. It's a ship. Can't do anything about that. What's your response? We actually just ran into some people outside.
Literally ran into.
Literally ran into. And they told us that someday they would capture a full-bodied apparition on this ship. Yeah. But I had on camera, supposedly. The most active location we've ever investigated. Tango? Amy?
Well, sorry, Steve.
What?
Ireland.
Oh, yes.
At the same time,
I didn't go to Ireland. I think Waverly Hills is always pretty active.
Yeah, lots of spiders in Ireland too.
Yes. And one thing I like about the ships is they have to be watertight, you know, so not many spiders have an access point.
we had adjoining rooms.
That's not true. That's it.
No.
Was you the one where I scared you?
No.
The mirror wasn't joining rooms. You just came to my door.
No, it was adjoining rooms.
Are you sure?
I remember this very well. We had adjoining rooms, and I hear the knock on the door, and here comes Steve.
No, you came to my door.
And all I remember is that Steve comes out and he opens it and cracks it open. You know, that's all. He just cracks it open. I see his face, and he's like, "Hey man, can you get this for me? You know, blah blah." I'm like, all right. And I'm wondering in my head, why is he just cracking the door? I look behind him, and there's a mirror. I didn't notice it at first because I thought they were just white pants. I swear, I really thought they were white pants. My peripherals were seeing white pants. And then I'm wondering, like, why are you like that? I'm naked. So that was very scary.
Well done. My buns are so hairy. I'm surprised you got it right like that. Steve, why did you wrap yourself in a rug?
I never heard that story.
Well, I mean, I'm in my own room. You know, so Tango knocks, and I open the door just a little bit, so he can't tell that I'm naked. I didn't realize there's a mirror behind me. The whole conversation, he's looking in the mirror.
See, now I know what's going on, because I'll go pick up evidence, and literally these guys will just stick their hand out the door with me. So, I get it. I was at the Essex County Jail, and sometimes we go off by ourselves, and sometimes we're legitimately by ourselves, and other times there's a camera operator following us. And in this case, it was me and our camera operator. And I was in the tunnels, and I went off the beaten path, and I noticed there was this manhole cover above me, so I dragged this barrel over, and I climb up on it, and I open up the manhole cover, and I stand up, and I'm in the middle of a homeless man's nest. Boiler room area, and he's home. And he looks at me, and I look at him, and there's this mutual understanding that I'm leaving immediately. And so I duck back down and look at the camera operator. I'm like, go, go, go.
Started the whole process of ghost hunting. How do we get started? We'll take it one at a time.
We're New Jersey Magazine, pretty much. It's got a little post group with my next friend, Greg. And,
He who shall not be named.
Yeah,
It's not bold. I would say it.
They picked me up from there, and I've just always been interested in it. My dad got me into it, obviously. So, pretty simple.
Yeah, I grew up in a house that had stuff going on, and so I got really into it. Then I started reading up on it. When I was like 7 or 8 years old in the library reading books by Hans Holzer. And my dad and I would ghost hunt in a very amateur type fashion. I remember having like an old, tape recorder and stuff. And so that's how I got into it. Like all through high school and everything, I would ghost hunt.
How big or sorry?
Back then, everybody thought I was crazy. I joined teams as I got older and produced a radio show with Jane Grant, and then eventually they asked me to come out with a team, and that's how I got to all this mess.
Always not interested, but I remember I was probably 5 years old. How old were you when you just learned how to read? Maybe 7. So just learned how to read. And my mother was watching The Entity, a movie called The Entity. Great movie, but
I remember that movie.
I remember like having to pry her fingers open so I could see through her fingers and be scared. And she'd be like, just make believe, it's movies, don't worry about it. And then I remember the credits were rolling, and all of a sudden it comes up like, this is based on true events. And so at first I was angry. I said, Mom, you don't lie to me. Your son, he lies to me. She's like, no, it's still make believe. But really ever since then, I started reading about it, but not in the ghost story form, but in the, this is how you do it, this is what you look for. And that's sort of how I started. And then right about 18, I realized I had to kind of take it a little more seriously and start doing energy studies and all that great stuff. My most memorable moment on the ship probably was the very first time we came here. It was really the first time us as a team, TAPS, and the production crew tackled a place like this. So it was all really, really fun for us. But at one point, we got down as low as we could go, and the gentleman on the tour, and Danny, and the other people were like, all right, below here, nobody's been for 50, 60 years. And really? And he's like, yeah, go for it. Here's the keys, come back when you want. And we just kept going down and down and down and down and down until we were in like 6 inches of just sludge at the very bottom of the ship. But we found really cool stuff, like old documents and old pieces of equipment from different wars and things. And that was just really fascinating to be in a place that nobody's even stepped foot in 50, 60 years.
Back in time.
And we did go back in time. I was so tempted to take like, you see a document from Pearl Harbor, and you're like, I understand that. Of course, we didn't think about it.
It was kind of like a sad story where the mother just passed away and the daughter moved in with her aunt and family. And we were investigating the claim. They thought it was the mother that was haunting that house. And I remember listening to audio. I think it was wireless audio. And I'm listening to Steve and Chris Williams talking to each other. And one of them asked the question, what's your name? And I'm listening, and I hear a female voice. It was not Chris Williams. And it said to me at the time, it sounded like Chelsea, like that. Oh my God, I'm getting chills thinking about it right now. It's amazing. And then, the producer at the time called me a few days after that and said, hey, did you guys catch anything? They're just checking out. And I'm like, actually, yeah, I got this crazy female voice that's not Chris Williams. It says, they asked for her name, and it says Chelsea. He said, oh, awesome, okay, cool, I'll check up on you tomorrow. He calls me again the next day, and he's like, you won't believe this. I'm like, what? He's like, the maiden name of the mother is Chesney. Chesney. And then I listened to it, back to it, and no one knew this. This is what's creepy about it. And you could hear the name Chesney. To this day, that's proof. That's absolute proof.
Anywhere between 35 hours and 60 hours, depending on the place.
Wow.
And some places we're there 2 nights, especially if it's larger. I mean, they don't even show that show. We're there for 2 nights, so that's kind of a lot of stuff.
We have to watch it, listen to it in real time. And I remember when we first started doing the show, the production company didn't quite get that. They were like, so, did you find anything? Well, it's only been 45 minutes. We have hours of stuff to go through. We have an hour. No, we don't. We have to analyze this right now. And so they started actually just filming the entire, that was horrifying. But yeah, eventually they realized like we need, we need all the time we can get.